In the early 1800s, the United States was a young nation, small, uncertain, and still searching for its identity. But within less than a century, it would stretch from the Atlantic Ocean all the way to the Pacific. How did this happen? Who made it possible? And who paid the price? Today, we explore Westward Expansion, a story of courage, ambition, innovation, and devastating consequences. This is not just a story about land. It is a story about power, belief, migration, war, and transformation. Let's begin at the very foundation of the idea. Manifest destiny, a nation's belief. In 1845, journalist John L. O'Sullivan introduced a powerful phrase, manifest destiny. It was the belief that Americans were destined, by God, to expand across North America. This idea was not just political. It was emotional. It was religious. It was nationalistic. Many Americans believed expansion meant freedom. Expansion meant economic opportunity. Expansion meant spreading democracy. Expansion meant civilization. But the belief ignored one important fact. The land was not empty. Native American tribes had lived on these lands for centuries. Mexico controlled large territories in the Southwest. Expansion meant conflict was inevitable. Still, the belief in manifest destiny became unstoppable fuel for growth. The Louisiana Purchase, doubling a nation. The first massive step west began in 1803. President Thomas Jefferson purchased 828,000 square miles of land from France in what became known as the Louisiana Purchase. France, under Napoleon Bonaparte, needed money for wars in Europe. The price? $15 million. At the time, critics thought Jefferson was reckless. But this purchase doubled the size of the United States overnight. To understand what they had bought, Jefferson sent explorers Meriwether Lewis and William Clark. The Lewis and Clark expedition mapped rivers, studied wildlife, and established relations, sometimes tense, with native tribes. Their journey made Western settlement seem possible. And once Americans saw opportunity, movement followed. Trails west, the journey of thousands. By the 1840s, the migration west exploded. The Oregon Trail stretched over 2,000 miles from Missouri to Oregon. But it wasn't the only route. The Santa Fe Trail connected traders to Mexico. The Mormon Trail led thousands seeking religious freedom to Utah. Life on the trail was brutal. Travelers faced cholera outbreaks, river crossings, broken wagon wheels, starvation, extreme weather, isolation. A journey that was supposed to take 4 months often took 6. Children died. Parents buried loved ones beside the trail. Graves marked the route westward. Yet the promise of land was stronger than fear. The California Gold Rush, the dream of instant wealth. In 1848, gold was discovered at Sutter's Mill. Within months, news spread across the world. The California Gold Rush began. By 1849, thousands of 49ers flooded into California. San Francisco transformed from a small settlement into a booming city almost overnight. But the gold rush was chaotic. Lawlessness increased. Crime rose sharply. Prices skyrocketed. Native Americans were violently displaced. Foreign miners faced discrimination. Very few miners actually became rich. But merchants, bankers, and railroad builders did. The gold rush permanently accelerated America's growth westward. War with Mexico, expansion through conflict. Tensions with Mexico grew as settlers moved into Texas. After Texas joined the United States, border disputes led to war. The Mexican-American War lasted from 1846 to 1848. The United States won. Under the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, Mexico gave up nearly half its territory. America gained. California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, parts of Colorado and Wyoming. This massive land acquisition reshaped North America forever. But it also deepened political tensions over slavery. Tensions that would soon lead to the Civil War. The railroad, connecting a continent. In 1869, the first transcontinental railroad was completed. Two companies, Central Pacific Railroad and Union Pacific Railroad, met at Promontory Summit, Utah. The golden spike symbolized unity. The railroad boosted trade, reduced travel time dramatically, encouraged more settlement, helped industrial growth. But it also cut through native lands, destroyed buffalo herds, and accelerated conflicts. Thousands of Chinese immigrants worked under dangerous conditions to build the western section. Their contribution shaped American infrastructure, yet for decades, they received little recognition. The Native American experience, the hidden cost. For Native Americans, westward expansion was catastrophic. Entire tribes were forced from ancestral lands. The Trail of Tears led to thousands of deaths. Buffalo populations were nearly destroyed, eliminating a key resource for Plains tribes. Conflicts such as the Battle of the Little Bighorn became symbols of resistance, but ultimately, native tribes were confined to reservations. Expansion brought wealth and power to the United States. But it also brought displacement, suffering, and broken treaties. Conclusion. Westward expansion made America a continental power. It created opportunity. It built railroads. It sparked economic growth. But it also created injustice. History is complex. It is never just heroes or villains. It is ambition and consequence. So here's the question for you. Was westward expansion progress? Or was it built on injustice? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy deep dives into American history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Next episode. The Civil War and the fight over America's future.